Good morning, everybody. It's JP the Outlaw here to give you my review of Monday Night Raw. March. See, here we go. January 19th, 2017. And they start the show off with Roman making his big announcement about he's going to be at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, going for the Universal Championship. He also made mention that he's beating everybody on the current Raw roster. And pretty much he's main evented WrestleMania 3 times in a row. Pretty much stepping into a heel role. So I'm curious if they're actually going with this Roman being heel thing. He really came out talking a lot of trash about Joe, saying Joe's not Samoa Joe, he's just Joe. And Joe stood his ground, man. He didn't back down. He said, I've been here for a while, and me and you basically only met once, and I beat you. Or you've never beaten me on a one-on-one contest. So that sets up a match for later tonight. You get the Hardy Boys versus the Club. Okay match. A little botch in the middle. Luke Gallows was being thrown on the outside by Matt Hardy. And I think Jeff has already been out there. He kind of landed on Jeff. Don't think anybody's seen that. Looked at it a little ugly. Of course, everything was all right. The Hardys win the match. Classic Hardy Styles, fucking Matt with a twist of fate, and then you got Jeff coming off the top rope with a Swanton Bomb. So that's pretty much how that match ended. Just to make mention, the Club is done. There's nothing else you can do with the Club on Raw. I suggest you get them to SmackDown, let them be with AJ. Because they're not doing anything. They're not even considered to be a decent tag team at this point. Just somebody you can literally put your faith into. I don't even consider, when I hear the Club, I think they're going to take the loss automatically. So yeah, they're done. Video package by Goldust, classic Goldust, Shattered Dreams, so on and so forth. I think these two are going to meet at Great Balls of Fire, him and R-Truth, which with all the build that they got for it, yeah, I don't see why not. They probably could have went at it the last pay-per-view, but I think they both together have had a video package on Raw for the past 5 weeks, maybe even 6. Could be shorter than that, but who knows? So it's about time to either end this rivalry and let R-Truth go on and do his talk show for the WWE Network, or push Goldust into a star. You can have him go up against The Miz. You can have him go up against The Miz for the Intercontinental title. Makes sense. Elias Sampson in the ring. He says that, I could be here all night. Out comes Finn Balor. Elias Sampson leaves the ring, which starts the match between Finn Balor and fucking Bo Dallas. I remember when Bo Dallas debuted, and Bo Dallas was supposed to be the next young up and comer with the Bo Levers. I mean, this is before the Bo Levers. I'm talking about when he had that the black and red leotard, one knee pad. When he was going against what's the guy? Fucking Bad News Barrett. And he was going against Bad News Barrett. And I like Bray Wyatt then. I'm happy. I mean, not Bray Wyatt, freaking Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's brother. I like Bo Dallas. I think he should be on WWE TV more often. But I haven't seen him in so long. I forgot he was a part of the Raw roster. That's how long I've seen him. I know he had to serve his suspension and work his way back up ever since getting pulled over with the DUI, which we reported on the JP show. So good to see Bo Dallas back in the ring. Of course, Finn picks up the win. You get a backstage segment with Corey Graves, Kurt Angle, Enzo, and Cass. Corey Graves gets the same text message that Kurt Angle had got, and he's basically back there trying to help him figure all this shit out. In walks Enzo and Cass, and they want to know who the fuck attacked them, and they want some payback on the guys that attacked. So, yeah, Kurt gets to the bottom of it, say, we'll have this all figured out by the end of the night, no problem. Cool. In the ring with Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Seth Rollins comes out hyping up his game cover for 2018 WWE, the video game. I hope it's a better video game. A lot of people said the same thing. I like it. I play it quite often. Shit, I want to do a universe mode, which probably will not happen because of this ad apocalypse thing going on with YouTube. I'll probably wait until the next game come out. They already have a GM mode on there, so I might wait until then. But you're still getting the Dream Match Saturday stuff, so that's just something side comment. Seth Rollins talks about the game, how they came up with the offer for him, and he just ran with it. He talked about how he worships his material things, and now he's doing it for the WWE Universe. At one point, he was worshiping material things. Bray Wyatt cuts a Bray Wyatt promo. I'm coming out, blah, blah. He comes out. Seth Rollins comes off the top and pretty much walks away like a beast. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Bray Wyatt, but I know Bray Wyatt on SmackDown was better than Bray Wyatt on Raw, so I'm trying to figure it the fuck out. Maybe because he started that shit with JoJo, and I know JoJo was the head ring announcer at one point in time on SmackDown or Raw, either one. So, yeah, I would, or was a ring announcer, maybe not the head ring announcer. So I would like to see Bray being used better than what he's being used. Of course, he's going to go up against Seth Rollins. They don't have a real reason to fight, but who does this day and age in the WWE? So I would have liked if they built that better. A backstage segment with Finn Balor and Elias Sampson. Finn Balor coming back with his reaction off of Extreme Rules. We haven't seen Finn Balor since then. And he plus chimes in on how he feels about Joe and Brock Lesnar. Before he can finish answering that question, Elias Sampson attacks him from behind. And to be honest with Elias Sampson, I think Elias Sampson is the best booked superstar on Raw right now. He hasn't eaten a loss. He hasn't beat Dean Ambrose 3 times in a row, be it disqualification or whatever. It doesn't matter. I really think Vince thinks that that's Macho Man. Like, I don't know where the fuck Elizabeth's at, but that's Macho. He got to win. Okay? So I like this segment. I think it could have been better. I think these two guys will eventually meet on a Monday Night Raw. Of course, I have Finn picking up the win, but who knows? So, yeah. I think both men walk away. Well, Finn walks away, not looking weak. He really didn't take a loss. I think this was better for Elias Sampson, if anything. Building him up as a credible contender. I want them to go back to calling him the Drifter. I think that was his best gimmick. Who wants to walk with the Drifter? I think they need to go back to that. Azawa versus TJP, cruiserweight match. Neville came out to sit on commentary, which he did not sit on commentary. He really just came out to watch the match. Also to make mention, Titus O'Neil was out there promoting Tozawa, and he had said that Tozawa is the future of the cruiserweights. He's the next cruiserweight champion or something of that nature, and that took offense with Neville. So I don't mind Tozawa moving into the spot that Austin Aries left open. Okay, you already got a good mic man as far as Titus O'Neil for Tozawa. Tozawa doesn't have to speak a lick of English. he should join the Titus brand. Pretty much. After the match, of course, I'm tired of TJP eating losses. Your first cruiserweight champion, and you treat him like a fucking scrub after everything is said and done. After what he did in that Cruiserweight Classics, you're treating him like a fucking bum. So, if you're not going to use him, let him go. Because, me personally, TJP can move in the ring. Even back when he was fucking Suicide over there in TNA, I always thought he was one of the best in-ring performers that they had since AJ Styles. So, give the man some time in the ring. Let him go. Of course, another quick match. It makes no sense. Video package. R-Truth was up in the studio. And freaking R-Truth accepts Goldust's challenge for Great Balls of Fire. And he's pretty much ready to fight, man. Because you going to get got. And leave it at that. Backstage segment. Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and The Miz. Bo Dallas, with a little bit of talking to, sit down with Curtis Axel, telling him he's better than what he's putting out. And, The Miz agreed with it. The Miz said, why don't you guys, ever since you guys left the set of Marine 5, you haven't done anything. Mind you, I didn't know they made 5 Marine movies. You're milking it, WWE. But ever since you left the set of Marine 5, you haven't done anything. Why don't you guys come with me? And, I got you guys. Don't worry about it. You can be an A-lister. And this is the build of The Miz making a faction, which I don't mind. I think The Miz, about time. I think you put a faction behind Miz, he could be Universal Champion. Even with all the hijinks and the antics. He's like a young Ric Flair. Put a team behind him. Freaking backstage with Samoa Joe, he cuts a lovely promo about how he feels about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. That backstage segment was crucial to the next match. Next match, Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. Great match. I like the build of the match. I don't like the ending. Don't like the ending at all. See, when Brock Lesnar was there, you had a different light on Joe. You had a fucking superstar versus icon light on Joe. Now, with Brock Lesnar not being there, and you put him in the ring with Roman Reigns, you put him under a jobber light. Like, I literally need interference to beat Roman Reigns, which we all know Joe does not. I think Joe and Roman is one of the better matches going into the future. Yeah, I mean, you've already done, you're doing Brock and Joe right now. So going into the future, yes, I think that you should put Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns Survivor Series for the Universal title. I wouldn't see nothing wrong with that. I would definitely take the title off of Brock because you need a title on Raw. It just makes sense. But again, decent match. Samoa Joe, a lot of reversals, fucking Roman Reigns getting ready to go for the Superman punch. Out comes this ambulance, is backing in to the motherfucking joint. Instantly, I think that gotta be Braun Strowman. Braun comes back out of the ambulance, which makes no fucking sense. Only thing he had to do is have his music hit. Have his music hit, let him come out with the mic. I'm not finished with you yet. Have him go out there and fuck Braun Strowman up. Fuck up Roman Reigns. That's it. You didn't have to have him come out in an ambulance. You didn't have to have him yell like a fucking idiot. I'm not done with you, Roman. And of course, Samoa Joe puts in the clean and clutch, winning the match. Fucking Braun Strowman comes out, slams Roman Reigns to the mat. He tells him we're going to meet up at Great Balls of Fire. Pay-per-view. No need to mention pay-per-view, Braun. But anyway. So that's the match for Roman Reigns going into Great Balls of Fire. I would rather see a triple threat. Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar. If you don't take the title off of Brock. I would rather see a triple threat at SummerSlam. You can literally make these two guys look legit going up against Brock Lesnar. Of course, somebody would have to eat the loss. I'd rather it be